My name is Syntax from IT specialized in visual information processing and embedded systems from Electronics and Telecommunication Department. So last time I discussed about the hardware and software part of COVID-19. So today I am going to discuss about who is the user. So we saw the limitation of human science last time. So now we need a higher science. Albert Einstein says, when I read the Bhagavad Gita, I reflect about how God created this universe and everything else seems so superfluous. So this is a statement of the greatest scientist in the history of modern science. The Bhagavad Gita says that Manasastu Yobuddhir Yobuddhir Parsastu Saha. So about this software of mind and intelligence is the soul. Brahman Sarva Bhutani Yantra Rudani Maya. And it is on this yantra of hardware and software the soul is seated. So it is basically the soul which is the life. It is the life-giving force for this hardware and software. It is mainly because of the soul, the heart is pumping. And it is mainly because of the soul, the mind is having the feeling. So the light is, which is so fast, if it takes many years for it to travel, mind takes just a moment. That is the speed of the mind. So Krishna, he digitizes such a high frequency into 3 levels. Dhyayato Vishyan Pumsa, Sangas Teshu Pajayate, Sanjat Sanjayate Kama. As I said, it's a higher science. Krishna is saying that by contemplating on the object of senses, one develops attachment, and from attachment, one develops lust. So this particular feeling which people in this world think it is as a love, it is actually lust. Krishna is revealing its secret in Bhagavad Gita. So what is love? Soul, when it is in touch with super soul, soul's feeling for super soul is true love. But when it is that same feeling when it is reflected because of soul's misidentification with the body, then it is lust. So lust is actually the perverted reflection of love. So presently the soul is in a diseased state. Just like in a diseased state, one's body and mind doesn't cooperate. In a similar way, soul, when it is in touch with the matter, which is dull and dead, it is actually in a diseased state. But soul is actually a very active force. So God basically helps us, Krishna helps us to come back to this true understanding of the soul. We are not this body, we are a spirit soul. He helps us through Shastras in a motherly way. Mamai Vamsho Jivaloke, that we are all his part and parcels. And Sanatana, we are ever, we don't die, we stay eternal. And God also says that Nainam Chindanti Shastrani, Nainam Dhati Pavaka, Nachaiva Klede Yanti Apo. So he is saying that the soul cannot be cut by weapon, it cannot be burned by fire, it cannot be moistened by water, and it cannot be deterred by the wind. The soul, na hanyate hanyamane sharire, na jayate mreyate. It has no death. Soul has no death. So this particular philosophy, Krishna wakes us up. Krishna wants to wake us up to this true understanding of who we are and how we are related to Him, Mamai Vamsho, so that we'll be very happy and peaceful. So He helps us through motherly way, through Shastras, and if one still continues to misidentify and comes into a sectarian conception that results in hatred and killings and things like that, then he helps us in a fatherly way also through Shastra, like through the epidemics and situations like this. So it is mainly the fatherly and motherly concern of God that He wants to help us to come back to the true conception of who we are. So Bhagavad Gita as it is, which is coming in Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, it helps us understand the very feeling of God for all of us. It is the commentary coming in Parampara, the bona fide school called Parampara or Sampradaya. So Sampradaya Vihina Ye Mantras Te Nishkalamata. So Bhagavad Gita is to be accepted in Sampradaya, a bona fide school. So when we accept Bhagavad Gita in the bona fide Sampradaya, so then we get that very true spirit in which Krishna has spoken the Bhagavad Gita. So we understand that true intent with which Krishna has spoken Bhagavad Gita. How Krishna wants us to understand who we are, how we are related to Him, and how we can become happy truly. So this philosophy is very, very important. Rather than trying to pacify ourselves by thinking that don't worry about coronavirus, or this is only a propaganda or whatever way. This is mainly ostrich philosophy, because the ostrich, it runs away from tiger and, it digs a hole and keeps its head into it and thinks that nobody is chasing me. So the point is, the fear of coronavirus is already there in some corner of the heart of some person or the other. So the important thing is how to come out of that particular fear. Soul in touch with this mind and body will have that particular feelings of fear and everything. So when it is in touch with super soul, it is automatically out of that particular torture of the negativity outside. So the scientists, they may tell us about weather forecast, but Vedas tell us about time forecast. Jyotirveda already predicted coronavirus. A small boy looked into Jyotirveda, and within 8 months before the coming of coronavirus, he told us that the coronavirus is going to come. So it's advanced science. Jyotirveda is advanced science. So one more good news is June 30th is the beginning of a reverse count of coronavirus, and it is up to you whether to accept it or not. So accepting this fact makes us very happy and very blissful. So accepting this fact of Bhagavad Gita, fact of soul, helps us understand that there is loss of life due to epidemic and everything. But still, when you understand this total picture of the soul, we understand that it is only change of hardware and software of soul. It is just a change of body, that's all. The soul never dies. Na hanyate hanyamane sharira. It has no death. Sharira has death, but the soul has no death. Na jayate mrite ava. It has no death. So that is the point which Krishna helps us in Bhagavad Gita. So the principle is accepting words of God, whether in present situation of epidemic, whether it is word of Jyotirveda, or the essence of all the Vedas, which is the Bhagavad Gita. Sarvopanishadu Gavo, if you consider the all knowledge as cow, and Dugdham Gitamritam Mahat. Bhagavad Gita is the essence. So when you accept the essence of the entire Vedas, the words of God, then you'll be very, very, very happy, very blissful. Not just in the present situation, but in all the situations. So the birth, old age, disease, death, all these things, they're not they're only for the body, not for the soul. So, to come back to this true understanding and to act on this true understanding is very, very important. Now, how to act on this true understanding? So, to act on true understanding is to come back in touch with Super Soul. So, Kali Sandhya Upanishad tells how to come back in touch with Super Soul. Very simple. Just call the name of Super Soul. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the 16-word, 32-syllable Mahamantra, when you chant, just 1 or 8 times, Ashtotara Shata. It takes around 10 minutes max. You come in touch with Super Soul. It is like fish back into the water. So that touch of Super Soul will give you so much of pacification. You may try so many other ways to pacify yourself from the influence of the negativity outside. But if you want to truly help yourself, you try this. You can experience this yourself. I can explain a lot about gulab jamun, but I tell you it yourself and try it and be happy. Truly, Hare Krishna.